Take it away.
All right. It's your boy DJ Ern1. It's the Ern's World Podcast. We are coming at you live and direct from Portland, Oregon.
And it's your boy Diff Hue. I think you watching episode 8 as of now.
Yeah, it's the 8th episode. Starting to get the swing of things, getting better at, I guess, organizing and figuring out just how to format this podcast moving forward. So,
and we at 21 subscribers right now. So shouts out to all y'all supporting, you know what I'm saying? Showing that true love.
Facts, we appreciate it.
Nah, for real. And we just added 2 episodes recently as well. 6 and 7, we added those pretty much back to back. So if y'all haven't caught up on those, go ahead and check those out.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to turn these out as quickly as possible. So it's like, we have episodes back to back ready. They'll just go up as we, get them ready. But anyway, let's go ahead and get into the swing of things. How was your week been? So actually, not really a week, but how was your day been so far?
I mean, shit.
It's only Wednesday.
Ain't much going on other than working on that controller, learning that DJ and shit, getting acquainted with that. So that's cool.
That's what's up.
Working on a crate for a mix, so been getting that right. But and been working on some beats too. So
okay.
Yeah. Same old. Just getting back into that music vibe, And then also got to start working on some more promotion and marketing for my music video, the Cook Up, which is out now. So if y'all want to check that out, awesomenothing.com. You can check us. Both of us are actually. We got all our shit up on there as well. But yeah, I'm trying to get some more content out as far as videos go. So just stay in the loop.
I feel it. Yeah, I mean, in terms of DJing, I'm supposed to be DJing on New Year's at Jackie's with the homie Swerth. I was just making a little small cameo. I'm not DJing like a full set or anything like that. I'll be out there for doing like a little small hour out of the entire night. So.
Do you know what time?
No, I need to circle back with them to figure out exactly what time. But it's also only the 28th, so got a couple days to do that. So looking forward to that, but also working on that Memphis mix.
Yeah, that's another thing. I think last podcast I had mentioned that we were gonna get a new mix for y'all. I've been on this dude's ass trying to get some mixes. Believe it or not, this dude's always on the turntables. He be spinning, you know what I'm saying? But as far as just getting some stuff out to the masses, we trying to get more of that for real. Cause I be telling them, me personally at work, I'm always bumping that shit on the go. I like listening to mixes, especially I get tired of having to go through and shuffle through music sometimes. It's nice to just have a nice mix of some shit that you really fuck with that actually is transitioned really well. I don't know. And then I be sharing shit at work. People be like, "Yo, who is this? Who's doing what mix is this?" So yeah, man, you got to get some more mixes out. A lot of people fucking with it.
I do. I sent a mix to the homie we met actually last night, which kind of.
Who'd you send the mix to?
Segue into. I sent them. I didn't even send him a mix, but I sent him a link to my Mixcloud, and he said he was rocking with the mixes. But the homie Benji we met last night.
Oh, bet. Yeah, that's funny because I actually was gonna holler at him because he mentioned something about DJing. He wants to get into DJing, I think, right?
Maybe.
He was because he did mention something along those lines of I wish I could be like a DJ or some shit like that.
He mentioned the lanes that he felt were the most lucrative to get into, and he said, I guess kind of what he's doing.
Yeah, I don't want to quote him on that. I don't want to quote him.
That's why I'm not quoting him, but
yeah,
that's what he mentioned.
Yeah, no, that was interesting though, cause me being in this DJing thing, man, which is like I said before, I've always kind of been around it for real, but I just never prioritized it and took it seriously. So to actually finally be on board too, right behind your footsteps, is cool because it's a lot of doors about to open up for both of us. So it's kind of inevitable with this DJing shit. It's up and it's stuck for real.
Yeah, but speaking of last night, that helps us kind of segue into the next topic. But we went to support, I guess, one of the homies out here, Makonnen, for his latest album. He just had a launch party last night. Since we mentioned the album, I might as well tell you the name of the album.
Which was produced by a few people, actually. Bourne Money Studios. Shout out to Bourne Money Studios. Snugsworth and Yellow Trash Can. had their hands on the project as far as production goes. I think McKonnen said he produced a few of the tracks as well. But yeah, shit was cool. Shit was smooth.
It was dope to just honestly kind of just meet some other creatives out here in Portland. But the name of the project is called Stay Hydrated, and it dropped, I want to say, on, what day did this drop?
She on that Lily.
December 25th, 2022. It's a pretty short album. It's like 7 tracks, but I mean, all the tracks are pretty much, the album rides through pretty much no skips.
She on that Lily, man. I fuck with that track. That's probably my favorite so far off that project.
And then, like, in addition to him having a launch party last night, he also, was selling merch tied to his brand, Martha's World, and he also had one of the homies come up from LA to do some tats. I think his name was Enzo Ferrari.
Yep.
But yeah, here's some of the merch. So like I said, he has some hats.
Shit, I'm rocking the socks right now.
That's
Shit,
dope.
Fucking
Socks
Martha's World
on.
tube socks.
Might as well put the hat on. I got the worst hood here right now, but here's the hat.
So yeah, man, it was cool because like I was just I'm always having this conversation with people about the scene in Portland, and a lot of people, it's like a lot of mixed reviews, and really at the end of the day, it's based off who you know,
Socks.
and it's based off the people you're around. Cause like the spot that we were at was like pretty much like a little coffee shop, kind of sorta, you know what I'm saying, and it's kind of like a hole in the wall spot, you know what I mean? And if you know, like you could literally drive by last night and you wouldn't really like notice that there was something going on, but it was actually a pretty little crowd, and it was cool because like there's always something going on in the city. You just literally got to know people, you know what I'm saying? And then that's how you can tap into some shit. If you don't know nobody, it might seem hella boring depending on where you're coming from. Because I've had people try to talk me into moving out of here and like going somewhere else, and it's like, dude, this place is a good place to be at for creatives. I feel like you just have to have a certain type of mindset. And McKonnen actually said it best. Like yesterday, I keep bringing this up when he had mentioned, he was like, yo, it's a little dry out here and we just got to bring people together. And that's facts, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that could be in a lot of different places, not just here, but like you got so much talent and so many like beautiful people here that, bring something to the table that can definitely shift the culture. But I feel like people are not coming together enough to actually embrace the situation and really just push forward with that. And I feel like that's what he's aiming for and we aiming for. So it's cool because like the more the merrier, and the more people that come together, the more vibrant the vibe gonna be. So I'm really with that, man. It was dope. So I had a good time last night. Homie Jeff came out too, so shouts out to him as well.
Yeah, it was
Pulled
honestly
up on us.
It's a good opportunity to network too.
Yeah, met some cool people, some new
cool
people
I didn't know. So
some people we actually gonna have to get on the pod
that too
eventually. So yeah, man, I'm actually kind of excited because we really just getting our feet wet, and y'all are watching us grow as we grow. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, this is all an experience, and I'm just excited to be a part of it and see things blossom.
Facts. Got the Martha's World merch.
You feeling shiesty today?
Got the Martha's World shiesty.
You feeling shiesty?
And he also had some bandanas out there. He had a hoodie as well, but let me take this down so you guys can hear me. He had a hoodie as well, but we walked out with some items, and he also had a tote bag. Let me show you the tote bag. Might as well show you guys that.
Oh yeah, the tote bag is fire. That's the tote bag, and it's quality printed too. Quality printed.
Nice little graphic on the other side. Cool little anime inspired graphic.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a dope event. I enjoyed myself thoroughly.
And shouts out to Off the Griddle too. Oh, not Off the Griddle, Little Griddle. Wow, fucked it up. Little Griddle.
Yeah, that's a breakfast spot on Hawthorne out here in Portland. But like I said, speaking of this album, we had this session. It was this segment at the end of the podcast called the Jam Sesh. So we'll be featuring a track off of the album during the Jam Sesh. So looking forward to sharing that with y'all, just to give you guys an idea of what the album sounds like. So,
I feel like you've well, I can't say feel like, I'm pretty sure I know you've definitely listened to Makonnen more than I have. You was on his tapes and shit earlier in the days back when we was in high school and shit.
Not high
right?
school. I say, when did he drop? I don't sell Molly no more. When was that? What year was that?
Well, that's what I was gonna get at. It was like I feel like you was like on. You knew about the tapes a little more than I did.
Yeah, because I had homies that were also like just listening to artists coming out of the underground Atlanta scene, like 2-9, obviously Awful Records.
Right.
And I remember Makonnen came up to Greensboro, and shout out to the homies, my bros John and Jeff. They gave him one of the T-shirts that they were producing out of their brand called the Clean Slate back in the day. So it was another one of those moments where, I don't know, things kind of come full circle, where it's like, dang, like my homies were giving you stuff back in the day. Seeing you off and on out here in Portland.
Right. Nah, yeah, man. That's fucking crazy. But yeah, it's dope to see people evolve, man. It's musically as well, cause like, you know, I feel like everybody at this point knows who Makonnen is. You know what I'm saying? So it's like to just be here and then, you know, be around something new. You know what I'm saying? You put out something fresh and it's like, oh, this is cool. I'm just part of like, you know, a little wave of something that's going on. You get to just check people out, and then it's like a bunch of other artists that you meeting too out here that's like doing a bunch of cool shit. It's like, yo, there's people out here really cooking shit up. Like, don't sleep on Portland, man, for real, because there's a lot of people out here that's got a lot of hot shit out here. Shout out to Limbo Lawson too. He's also another dope artist out here that's really been killing. He's actually not from here too as well. There's a lot of people that are not from here but actually just made a name for themselves, you know what I'm saying, in Portland. So that's pretty dope.
But yeah, shout out to the invitation to the launch party, and shout out to Makonnen for the merch. Appreciate you.
On another note though, since we still on music, kind of had this little thing brewing in my head for a while, and I had a brief conversation on it. And
who'd you have the conversation with?
Coworker kind of hit me with this random ass question that is simple, but at the same time, I had to really think. And he asked me, he said, "What's quality music to you?" And
what would you respond with?
Well, I didn't have nothing to say for a minute. At first I said I have more critiques and more things to say on the genre of hip hop more than I do of other genres. But then I thought about it. I was like, nah, I can have a lot to say about a lot of other genres. So with that being said, I kind of felt like for me, it's more about what you get out of it emotionally, quality more versus like, I'm not even talking about how it was engineered or mixed, because you can listen to something gritty and that doesn't sound fully produced and it still sounds like a vibe. So that's not what I mean by quality. What I mean by quality is something that's going to stand against the test of time. And I kind of feel like the way I made an analogy for it, to me, it's kind of like having a top shelf product or a bottom shelf product. You know what you're getting with a bottom shelf product. I feel like with quality music, even if it's something that I don't like, and this is the reason why I brought up another genre, because there's genres that I don't personally like listen to, but I can respect it and acknowledge and understand like, yo, this is good music simply for what it is. It aged well. It's standing against the test of time. It may not be what I like, but it's here for a reason. That's good music. I don't have to listen to that to understand it. So that's how I define what quality music is. I feel like quality music is something that stands against the test of time. You know what I'm saying? And there's some other things that go along with that, but I feel like that's a really big component. Because at the end of the day, you don't have to be emotionally connected to it to know that it's a classic song. I don't like the Beatles at all, but I respect them.
But to even kind of expand on your point, though, about standing the test of time, like not only standing the test of time, but does it kind of have an impact across generations, you know?
That's part of standing against the test of time.
That's what I'm saying, adding to that.
Yeah. So it's like, that was my whole thing. And so I feel like with me, that's how I define quality music, you know? Now, I think that's easier for me to slim down things when I go by that route, because especially with rap, because I mean, one may say like, how can you say you like Young Nudie and then say you don't like this other rapper, or say you like that rapper, and it's just like, well, certain artists give me certain vibes. You know what I'm saying?
Not only that, I feel like just certain people's ears are tuned to certain things, like certain, I don't know.
And
if that makes sense.
Your ears change too. So I mean, it's just like when it comes to rap, it gets a little tricky because I feel like that's the one genre where I'm very like picky, but also very like I know what I want, I know what I like. But then there's times where it's like, you know what? I guess I kind of like this shit. It's not normally like that with other genres. Normally, when I hear another something outside of hip hop, I can play the first few seconds to it, and I know like right then and there if I'm gonna like the song or not. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, cool. With rap, it'd be different. You know what I'm saying? Depending on what it is. Now, if the rap is terrible, I'm not listening to it. But if it's like, sometimes I got to do a few playbacks to really know or not if I like it. You know what I'm saying? So that's my take on if I feel like, you know, that's my take on what quality music is to me. So what's quality music to you? Like, what do you define quality music?
I would say similarly to you. I mean, it's got to stand the test of time. One, I mean, that's the first and foremost. I feel like it has to make an impact culturally in the moment when it comes out, based on who's kind of listening to it and who's gravitating to it. I don't know. I feel like it also has to be able to kind of control the room at the moment, take over the room and control the mood at the moment it's played. If that makes sense.
You say that again?
It should be able to like take over and control the mood in a room the moment it's played as well. If you're playing it amongst a crowd of people.
Yeah.
Trying to think of something. Another point I would make to like good music that would.
Well, actually.
What?
I guess. That's why I was saying for me, I kept using the stand against the test of time thing because
yeah, man. Because I also feel like you kind of covered all the main points in terms of like what makes up good music. Got to stand test of time. It's got to be
because when you remove emotion from the things, because like a crowd of people may like that song and that bro. You know how many there's songs right now that we know was popping in the club 10, 15 years ago and they did not age well at all. So that's why I don't think using emotion is a good way of describing it, because when you say, I think it's a factor of using, and I'm not trying to go against your opinion, but I just saying, when you're saying like we're using that and saying that, I just feel like having all these songs that aged badly proves that like those people was listening to it at that time, and those same people probably, you know, don't like that song as much because, like, you know what, that song didn't age well.
Also goes to my point.
So does that mean that the song? Hold on. Does that mean that the song wasn't quality, or was it?
No, I mean, I would say it was quality for that time, but it wasn't necessarily quality in terms of like.
It was mid shelf.
I mean, yeah, basically.
That's a basic. You know what I'm saying? But the shit that stands against the test of time is top shelf, and that shit you play it in the club now is still gonna go. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and it can like literally, you could literally, like I said, go from a current track, let's say, to an old track, and it would still, I don't know, the mood in the room wouldn't be off. It wouldn't be like why is this dude playing this, or like
right.
Yeah.
So when you get if you get anything opposite of that, then you know automatically that, you know, I don't even want to say that it's not quality because it comes off like it's saying, but there's levels to the shit. Cause like you said, at that time that shit did sound, you know, shit don't age all the time.
But then again, also depending on the type of parties. Like if you're doing like an early 2000s party, it don't matter if the tracks aged well because you playing nothing.
That's different.
2000s.
That's a niche thing.
That's what I'm saying.
That's like, different. I'm just speaking in general though. You know what I'm saying? In general, because you got some people out here that literally tune out genres for whatever reason it be, and they'll have they'll define what quality is, and it don't normally come from like a logical standpoint. It's usually just a biased opinion, such as like, oh, I don't like, because you know how I was able to tell you like I can acknowledge that I don't like listening to the Beatles. I genuinely don't, but I respect what the Beatles done. I know what the Beatles has done. I know what like you said, standing against the time, and then also going through generations to generation. Like, yeah, I mean, shit. It don't matter if I don't like the Beatles, because guess what?
Somebody else does.
Exactly. So at the end of the day, like, I can understand that, but you got a lot of people that are not like that. They just, you know, they don't even want to listen to another genre, you know, because it's like they're not open-minded. You know what I'm saying? So they're not even giving it a chance. And then they'll sit there and be like, you know, that's not quality music. That's trash. Well, you're just going off of like emotional opinion. You're not going off logical.
You're going off a feeling. Not
You're
fact.
going off exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what most people do. Most people, and I'm not saying I'm perfect, but most people though, the way they judge shit is normally based off, yo, I don't like this. And I was once like that. When it came to country music, bro, I fucking do not like country music. But I honestly have learned to really realize that, like, for real, country music is not bad. It's the older country that's actually good country. And, like, I've heard it on my own to know that.
To me, the reason why I don't really rock with country is just because, like, I don't know. I feel like sonically, might like the song, the way the song sounds, but like, I mean, sometimes I feel like the way the vocals sound on the tracks, it sounds like they're whining and crying the whole time. And like,
but that's this new shit. If you listen to old country, it sounds nothing like this shit, and that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. You get we get like a perception of something. It's like, man, fuck that shit, cause like I ain't listening to country. And I only know that because of one artist that really like put that in perspective, Carly Simon. Shouts out to Carly Simon. If you know, you know. Well-known country artist, was big in like 70s, you know what I'm saying, in the 70s or whatever. But if you listen to the sound, bro, it's like it
sounds different.
It doesn't. It's like you could vibe, bro. You could fucking vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, you could vibe. In fact, there's a track that I got that I sampled from, and yeah, so it's like, and you like that track.
Which track is this?
He likes to run.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's fair.
So
that's a woman?
Yeah.
Okay. You said Carly or Carl?
Carly.
Oh.
But I'm just saying that to say that, like, when you think of country in the grand scheme of things, would you have said that was a country song? Your vibe don't.
I mean, but you sampled it and put a beat on it.
That's so not the point. If you listen to the original, bro, I haven't
heard the original.
It's quality music is what I'm really trying to say.
Okay.
You hear it and it's like, all right, I see what you're saying. This ain't like the bullshit we hear. I see why you say this. And it's just certain artists that, like, okay, it makes you respect it. It's like, all right, there's country music out here that's actually good country music.
Because there's even songs from like
Johnny Cash.
Yeah, there's songs from like certain artists that I've heard recent that I'm like recently where I'm like, well, not say recent, I mean like from like the late 90s to current, where I'm like, I mean, all right, it's not terrible.
Johnny Cash, bro, actually, like, I don't even listen to Johnny Cash, but I've listened to enough to know that, like, again, that shit is quality music. It don't sound like that bullshit you be hearing motherfucker talking about going fishing and getting drunk on the porch. Nobody want to hear that bullshit. Just want to hear about real pain. And pain ain't about you losing your girl, so you about to go drink some fucking beers and shit. Like, fuck that shit. Or you going mud on my boots. I don't give a damn about no mud on your boots, bro. For real. So that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? But when you hear Johnny Cash, he ain't talking about none of that shit. He talking some real shit. And you can hear the tone and delivery. It's like, oh shit, this motherfucker got something to say. So, and I could be going off biasness too, but that's how I feel.
I mean, I don't listen to country, so. And I mean, I'm down to listen to it, but I mean, I'm not about to go out of my way to listen to it. I'm gonna say that.
But coming from where we just had this conversation, could you define that as quality music?
Yeah, certain country songs, I would say, you could define as quality music. Certain rock songs, you could say, I could say you could define as quality music. I don't listen to rock like that, but there's some stuff that I've heard in passing, and I'm like, oh, this is a dope track. Who was this by?
Now, I ain't gonna cap on you.
What's up?
There is one genre, and I think this is the first time I ever, like, kind of admitted this, because I used to say I don't like country, but there's a new genre I think I don't like.
What is it?
EDM.
I mean,
but you know why?
Why?
Because that shit is watered down, poppy, commercial, and it gets forced everything. They try to make everything an EDM track. Leave that shit alone, man. Leave EDM where it's at. It's cool to have a few little renditions of something EDM, but they try to make everything in an EDM track, right. And that shit is corny, bruh. And that's what ruins a lot of this shit. And there's a real stigma behind it. Trust me, I know, because I have friends that produce in a lot of different genres outside of hip hop, and pretty much everybody hates it. It's like, bro, like nobody wants to hear this poppy ass bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And it kind of ruins it.
I'm not a fan of it.
I don't even want to go on a tangent with this shit, but I think what I was really trying to say is, well, actually, I'm not here to shit on genres, man, because that's not my place, dude. People like EDM for real, and
I mean,
just
there's some
feel like,
EDM stuff that's dope, but I mean,
I honestly don't really, I ain't really heard anything that really, I don't.
it's not really my vibe.
You know what I'm saying? I got down with Skrillex a little bit. I did fuck with Skrillex, but that's only because I knew who Skrillex was as an artist before he was Skrillex. Well, yeah, because Skrillex has always been a musician, so it's like,
because he was in a band back in the day, wasn't he?
Yeah,
he was a drummer. A drummer?
No, he wasn't a drummer, but
Guitarist.
damn, what was he? He wasn't a
I
drummer.
know he was in a band.
Yeah, he was. That was so long ago, but yeah, no, he wasn't a drummer. I don't know why I don't remember that. But
I mean, we could look it up real quick.
Yeah, I don't remember, dude. Cause that was like middle school for real. So yeah, that was a long time ago. But the point is, I knew who he was and him getting into the whole production thing, that shit. Like I was kind of like following him on that shit. So I fucked with him, and he also did some cool shit like outside of his genre with some hip hop artists. There's maybe a few other artists that did it. I liked Flume for a while, but even his shit kind of got a little corny to me. So it's like there was a few artists that kind of did it. Yeah, what does it say?
Okay, he played guitar.
Yeah, that's what I figured. It wasn't drums, but yeah, man, EDM. Shouts out to EDM too, bro.
Yeah,
Fuck it, I'm gonna give y'all. I'm not trying to hate.
I'll keep it all the way high. I don't really rock with EDM. I don't really rock with country like that. I don't really rock with rock like that. But I'm open to
now you wilding with just saying you don't rock with rock.
I said I'm open to listening to it.
Like that's
I'm not going out of my way. I'm not going out of my way to
fucking
listen to it. But if I hear some dope stuff in passing, I'll check it out.
That's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, man,
so I'm open to it. I'm open to it, but I'm not going out of my way to go get it.
I actually got to start switching it up on y'all. We're gonna start playing more alternative shit, man, for real. It's hard because there's so much music that I like to turn up to, but for real, there's a lot of good rock songs that I would love to play on the Jam Sesh. So
I mean, if you want to throw them in there, you throw them in there.
I know. It's like, yo, I kind of want people to hear this, and it's like, but you know.
I guess we'll slide over to the next topic on the list.
I think some sad news, ain't it?
Yeah. Especially for anybody that just grew up in like the 90s, early 2000s, buying shoes and stuff like that. So,
actually, you might. Matter of fact,
you want to show the post?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess you can show the post since we're talking about it. But yeah, we got some sad news in the footwear industry.
Who remembers that motherfucking Eastbay magazine, man?
Like I said, sad update in the footwear industry. Eastbay and Footaction are no longer around. They're gone. So if you used to cop kicks from the mall and you wanted like any type of retro footwear that was like dope and you knew you probably weren't going to see a bunch of kids at school with, go to Footaction, grab it from there. But just in general, from like a footwear standpoint, like if you needed any type of footwear, like skating, basketball shoes, baseball cleats, soccer cleats, football cleats, you could get all that from Eastbay. And they had every brand and all of their current stuff.
For those that are not familiar, Eastbay was like a catalog magazine type situation where basically you could order sports gear, and it was mostly like sportswear.
It was all sportswear. I mean, you could get like they had I remember it even had sections at the back of the magazine with like the apparel and stuff where they had like jerseys and stuff from the different sports leagues. Mm-hmm. So like if you wanted a basketball jersey during like the champion basketball era, you could get all that stuff from Eastbay. If you wanted any type of like authentic or like replica game shorts that like the college schools wore, get all that from Eastbay. Like it was lit.
Yeah, man. This is one of those sad moments, you know, I guess making you realize not only are you getting older, but that things are advancing. Because at the end of the day, this was just a product of the times. You know what I'm saying? We got internet now, so it makes sense as to why it's not relevant anymore. But it's just like, damn, it's really phasing out, and it's not really surprising. I mean, it's just like, fuck though. I kind of forgot about it because, you know, we stopped using it, and I was like, damn, like.
I mean, it phased out though, because like if you think about it, they had they didn't really do a lot of marketing.
They didn't need to. That was the thing.
Nah, but once things started going digital, they kind of needed to. They still had the website, but most people knew them as a catalog. So it's like, if you're not telling people you still have a website available on a regular basis, like you're not running ads and stuff like that, nobody's going to your site.
Yeah, I don't know why they didn't try to like develop an app to where
something.
it was like, you know, integrate the people who already have subscriptions to the app to where you don't have to have a subscription for the magazine anymore. You just have the app, and I don't know, but you know, it is what it is, man. We saw Toys R Us go out, and they didn't come back, did they, or did they?
Nah, that was.
I thought I heard them say they was gonna come back.
I don't know if I heard that anywhere, but I mean, that was a sad day though for all the '90s kids, '90s and like '80s kids.
Dude, man, I would never forget when they built that Toys R Us across the street from Concord Mills. That was so fucking lit. Bro. Christmas was dope because that was at a time where my parents just stopped buying me Christmas gifts and just gave me money. So I just fucking go there with money and buy what the fuck I wanted, and that shit was just
because like the closest Toys R Us I feel like and
used to never be near us.
Was in maybe off of. If it wasn't in the university area, it was like off Independence.
It wasn't in the university. I don't ever remember.
So I'm saying if it wasn't in the university, it was like somewhere off Independence.
You had to go out there.
Yeah, it was.
And it was the big Toys R Us too. It wasn't a small one. It was a good size one.
Yeah.
And then they had a small. Didn't they build another one like a Babies R? They had like another one.
Yeah, there's Babies R Us right next to it.
Yeah.
No, it's Toys R Us, Babies R Us combined, something like that.
Yes.
But yeah. Anyway. Yeah, Footaction, Foot Locker.
This is kind of a memory lane episode, bruh. For real.
Footaction and Eastbay, I know more. So you don't expect to get any of those magazines, catalogs in the mail anymore. It's funny. I was telling him before we started this episode. I was like, I used to collect them, like just kind of like keep them throughout the years, and I would just kind of like scan through them and just kind of, I don't know, keep track of what it came out, stuff that I liked. I'm like, oh, I didn't see this initially when I was out, but I like them, so if they ever come back out, try and get them.
I got a funny story related to Eastbay before we move on. A few years ago, actually before I came out here, I had lost my debit card at a grocery store, and literally it was the same night. Like I lost my debit card or whatever. I can't remember if it was debit card or credit card. It was one of those, but I lost the card, and I knew that I lost it at the grocery store because it was the last time I used it. And when I looked up the history, somebody had bought some shoes off Eastbay. And I just thought that was really funny because I'll never forget that moment of me tracking it, trying to figure out what was going on. And somebody had bought some shoes, and I was like, damn, like, off Eastbay.
Of all places.
Right. And that wasn't too long ago. So that was kind of funny.
Yeah. So R.I.P. Eastbay and Footaction. Dang. I used to have homies that worked at Footaction back in the day that would like just let me use their discount.
Bro, I used to take the Eastbay magazine to school with me in the mornings at middle school and used to go through it.
On the bus and stuff.
Yeah, just like I don't even, you know what I'm saying? Regular shit.
Yeah, man. I used to just keep them out the, like I said, keep them out the years and just flip through them. Like, yo. Yeah. It was just cool. Cool to have. Cool to see. Cool to experience.
No, yeah, man. Really was, though.
But yeah. I guess we'll move on to the next topic. It kind of stems from a conversation we were having the other day, actually. So we were talking about just the whole, like, I don't know how we got on the topic of Soulja Boy. I think you might have been playing some Soulja Boy stuff in the background when we was having this conversation. But I mentioned the whole, like, Soulja Boy Juice era and him having, like, the Bishop cut. And then it's funny, a post came out on social today talking about, actually, let me look at the post real quick. Let me just give you the full context of it. I sent it to you earlier today. But it says, oh yeah, Pac was tripping in the movie Juice. And it was just like all the scenes where his character Bishop was just like wilding out. And it's really, really crazy just to kind of see it. But I don't know, if you grew up with the movie, watching and stuff, some of the scenes are definitely kind of comedic, just in terms of like how it comes across. So I guess we'll show some clips from the movie just to give you guys a little bit of context to what we're talking about. Man,
I hope for the viewers that's watching this, I hope y'all seen it. And if you haven't, please go watch it.
Because if not, it came out in 1992 initially. It's starring Tupac. Oh, man, what are the other names of these?
Omar Epps.
Mm-hmm. What's the light skinned guy's name?
Them the major too. I ain't gonna lie. No disrespect.
So Tupac,
no disrespect.
Omar Epps and the light skinned guy, the main three characters that I feel like you would recognize if you watched movies throughout the 90s and early 2000s.
Hey, ain't Samuel Jackson there, or am I tripping? He was the clerk.
He might have been. Wasn't he like
he was a cameo in the little corner store, wasn't he? Or am I tripping? Didn't he play a motherfucker that was working in the convenience store or something? Or am I tripping? I could be tripping. It's been a minute.
Yeah, I haven't seen this movie in a long time. But anyway,
oh shit, let me unplug this shit.
Here's the here's the clip.
Turn the volume up. Start the shit back.
Start this back.
Start the shit back. That look on his face, bro.
I was dying when I saw this in the social post. This scene.
Plan this another time. This nigga's scared.
What's up? They didn't show them the main scene though when he was in the hallway.
2 motherfucking quarters in and get this goddamn game started. Ain't nobody scared, man. I just told you I had a DJ Saturday night. Fuck that shit.
Fuck that shit.
I ain't trying to tell you shit.
Bro is always ready to snap, bro. He said, I tell your mama you ain't shit.
Oh my
Why should
god.
he hold on to the gun? Cause I already
Ready got it, motherfucker.
What the fuck are you looking at? You going crazy, B? You ever fucking call me crazy again, I'll blow your fucking brains out. You understand? Shit, if I didn't mean it, fuck that little Puerto Rican maricon. Maricon.
This dude is wild, man. He was always getting his friends into some stuff.
Right.
Hey, just sit back and be cool.
Wild.
Who is that? Who the fuck is this? But it was Raheem, man. I don't give a fuck who it was. Nobody's supposed to do that shit. Fuck you, you beans and rice.
Oh, Samuel Jackson was in there for a hot minute.
Who'd he play?
But the line was too
Huh?
Who'd he play?
The dude at the
Corner store?
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck
Trip.
about Steel, and I don't give a fuck about Raheem either. Man, what's your problem? You my fucking problem. People sweat us on the street, and you don't even give a fuck.
You my fucking
Yo,
problem.
he popped up in that
Right.
stairwell.
Sorry, man. I was busy, man. I had a hard time getting away, man. Leave those chubby palms around so you can get here with the rest of us, buddy.
I'll never forget finding out about this movie.
I don't even know how I found out about it.
Like, well, that's I kind of don't, but at the same time, I kind of do. It was like, yo, it kind of just fell on my lap type situation. I want to say my mom put me onto this shit because it came on TV.
This part.
Oh, shit, shot his mom's in the back. Come on, man. Don't go fucking cracking up on me now, nigga. Man, you better stop.
I feel like it was like on TV and my mom was like around and I didn't know what it was and she was like, this is juice.
But not only the characters in this movie were wild, but oh shit, I forgot about that scene. The fashion
Riverside motherfucker.
The fashion was dope in this movie too.
I mean, it's hip hop.
I know, but I'm just saying, I was like, you got Tupac wearing the 40 belows. You got Q doing the whole scene with like his little brother being like putting on the Reebok pumps and stuff like that. And obviously the haircuts.
I ain't disappointing shit. What are we fighting for? No, nigga, you ready to die?
Yeah, and it was also just dope seeing like
Turn your fucking back on
the
me.
juice phase.
This low-key, he was never nobody's friend.
You ain't gotta
Who?
put on no front for
Oh,
me,
Bishop?
man.
Bishop.
But yeah, I mean, like, nah, it was also just dope seeing
You the past, bro.
I don't know. I guess
You
this
the
kind
past,
of
bro.
this movie kind of sort of resurfaced a little bit and remanifest for our generation, just in form of the haircut resurfacing on kids because they were rocking with Soulja Boy, rocking the haircut.
Right, and probably not even knowing the reference. That's actually what I wanted to get into. It's like we know, because that's Soulja Boys that's still, you know what I'm saying, around our time. Even though technically it's not, we were kids when this came out, we were babies, but we still know about it. But I feel like some of the people that got put on from that Soulja Boy situation, it's like, that cover was iconic, so if you knew, you knew. But it's like, damn. I wonder if how many kids got onto that haircut and didn't know that that movie existed.
Probably a lot. I would say a decent amount. Because, I mean, I don't know. I just think the kids that were rocking it at the time, we were in like middle school. They were in middle school at the time. That I'm like, yeah, I were nowhere close to even. Like, unless somebody older in your family was watching this around you, I feel like the only reason you'll be rocking that cut would be because you like Soulja Boy.
Or unless you just so happen to be one of the ones that know. And I ain't acting like that ain't the possible thing because we one of the ones and we, you know what I'm saying? But hey, you know what I'm saying?
Definitely exists. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of, I don't know, show you guys that just because I thought it was hilarious when it resurfaced on social. I was like, yeah, this dude was kind of just straight up wilding throughout the entire movie. And nobody checked him at all. At the same time, they couldn't because, I mean...
What you gonna tell him?
What you gonna tell him?
What you gonna tell him?
He's gonna shoot you.
Yeah, what you gonna tell a motherfucker that's really crazy? You gonna shoot me in the elevator?
That's why people need big homies. Anyway, though, yeah, aside from Juice, there is some old stuff that we used to watch as kids that we kind of wanted to resurface for you guys.
Like I said, I feel like this whole episode so far, other than the music, has kind of been like memory lane.
Yeah, basically.
But yeah, like no, I had recently brought up another flash from the past. Cita's World, man.
Yeah, because he mentioned it, and I was like super hazy, and I was like, I feel like I remember it, but we just want to make sure you guys are aware that it existed. It was like a pretty dope piece of content.
Before you even get into it,
that was out back in the early 2000s.
Hold on, yeah. Before you even get into it, let me pull this information up real quick. I wanted to share it with the people because I feel like there's people that definitely don't know what the fuck we're talking about. Oh, so basically, put your phone up on the joint. I mean, I can just talk about it. I don't have to. It's cool. So basically, Cita's World, it started actually in 1999, and I don't really know how to explain it other than it was literally a video show with a computer animated host. This black chick, and most of the times the videos was like catered towards the R&B. Like she mostly like would show R&B songs, and she would like have topics and converse on stuff related to the song. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird because I don't know. This came out in 99. I'm not about to do the math on how old I was, but I was clearly a little kid. And
like first grade for us?
Just looking at this shit and not really knowing what the fuck I was looking at, but I'm watching it because it's BET and we grew up on BET. It's just funny, fast forward 20-something years later, this is really considered a gem to me because it's like, I feel like I love going back and watching things or experiencing things that I know a lot of people forgot about. And I know a lot of y'all forgot about Cita's World. So let's just, give a warm welcome to Cita's World. We wanted to show y'all and share y'all some of these nostalgic clips from this really odd show.
Yeah, 99 would have been first grade or second grade for us, depending on where in the year, you happen to.
You got the volume up?
Yeah.
Damn. Don't be mad. She gonna stay around. Come on.
Like a pump. What's up, big baby? I am your sexy, gorgeous,
Cita's World.
bringing it like no other. And I know you like the way I dress. It's definitely to impress while I do what I do, huh? That's great. Y'all like that, right? Nah, don't be ready for me. I'm hot to
Yo,
day.
could you see this here again? Could you see something like this again? I feel like this could.
I could see somebody trying to resurface or rekindle this, but I don't know how well it would do.
What's weird is we still watch music videos. It's just not in the format of this anymore. Like, there's no shows that host videos.
Or better yet, raise no kids. If you can't control your children, then you shouldn't be having them. Bottom line. I'm going to tell y'all a little something. Because badass kids, oh no, see, that's on the top of my list. I have ran into one of
Yo, what we should have a conversation on is the top 5 best BET shows of our generation.
Okay, don't let me get started.
And I feel like that's pretty easy.
Yeah, you obviously got to put 106 and Sharc in there.
College Hill might be number 5. Because College Hill was funny as hell. I never forget the episode about somebody tripping about somebody eating their food or some shit. What episode was that? I know you remember that.
College Hill.
Top 25 Countdown, Rap City. That's it. I'm at the Cita's World.
You can just say the whole BET Uncut program. Throw that in there. I'm trying to think of what else you could throw in there.
So she basically just rambles for like 5 to 6 minutes until a song comes on. Then she'll let the video ride, come back in, chime in.
Basically, she ain't really talking about nothing.
It's just funny.
But then here's another piece of content we wanted to show y'all from BET back in the day. Y'all probably remember
Top 25 Countdown.
Yeah, Top 25.
When they would basically get like people in the industry to share their favorite music videos from their favorite artists, starting at number 25, going all the way down to number 1.
Beautiful, I love it. That's hip hop, y'all.
And this is Nas sharing his.
Slick Rick is a straight legend.
Yeah, I was talking to him earlier about this. Like, took me out watching this man with this mesh do-rag under the fitted.
And he got the blunt in his hand casually on TV, like this.
I'm
Such
really
a
trying to figure out where
beautiful
you get a mesh do-rag like that, though. Like, I've seen them before, but not like that.
It's a beautiful Saturday right here. Welcome back to the top 25, man.
Top 25, man.
Pangea is a beautiful restaurant, Lafayette Street, downtown Manhattan.
Oh, he's in
Very cool,
Lower
very
Manhattan.
mellow. You come here and chill out
Like
with
Soho, basically.
your girls or whatever you like. You feel me? It's really mellow spot. You know what I mean? But we're gonna get into the number 16 video from a very special, beautiful woman who I've been in love with since I can't remember. Sade, y'all. We're gonna go into a video of her newest album. This one is King of Sorrows. Check it out. What's up, y'all?
Yeah, man. I was gonna share Rap City with y'all, and the only reason why I kind of did it is because I feel like we kind of all know Rap City. You know what I'm saying? But again, this to me is one of those ones that we kind of forgot, and I really appreciated this when it was out.
This is all stuff that would be on in the background when my babysitter Thaisa would be watching us after school.
See, this wasn't a background thing for me. I was invested. I really was a hip hop kid, man.
But I'm saying though, like she would be, this would just be on in the background as like I'm doing homework and stuff.
I'm saying,
Like all these BET
you weren't
shows.
standing there, you weren't sitting in front of the TV like this.
Bro, I'd be doing my homework. If I wasn't doing my homework, I'd watch with it. But I mean, like, I'd also just call her over and be like, yo, get me with this.
I'm trying to figure out why you had homework and I didn't. What school was you in? I'm just being funny, but at the same time I'm not, because it's like, you talking about homework, bro. I didn't have homework like that when I was in school. In elementary, bro, we didn't have homework. We didn't go home with homework. Y'all had homework when y'all went home?
Yes, they give us these little like small like worksheets and stuff to work on when we go home. And we just like turn it in. Like if we had like a math workbook or something like that, I do the homework out of the math workbook. Do like page 9. Yeah, like, or we might have some type of work where you gotta like, I don't know, do some type of vocabulary stuff. I would be doing that and this would just be on in the background. I would just be casually like, you know, lifting my head up to see what video was on and stuff like that.
We're gonna get back with some more classics and incredible vintage and classic videos.
Yeah, not only did she put us on like all the rap TV shows and stuff like that, but like
Oh,
she
I
would also
said, I thought that was a blunt. It's not a blunt.
what is it?
It's
Not
like-
a toothpick?
I thought it was what he had. That looked smart, skinnier than what he had before. But I don't think that was a blunt.
Looks like a straw now.
Right, but that shit didn't look like that at the beginning. I could be tripping though.
But
yeah, like we weren't watching stuff like this. She would be upstairs playing video games with us.
He couldn't be in the video because he
playing
had sold a
PlayStation
bunch of
and
records.
Sega.
However it was, I think it was a really dope idea and something that I never saw before. So big up to EPMD and LL Cool J. When we come back, y'all.
They're not showing the video, obviously. We just wanted to show y'all, man, give y'all an idea of what it was like to experience that top 25 countdown, man. Fucking dope.
Yeah, man. It was a fun era. I feel bad though, for some of these kids nowadays just not having like
Nah, I really do. It's kind of
certain content
really
to engage with.
it really
or
is sad,
experience.
bro. They really don't have TV. Is not good these days. We really did have good TV, and it's kind of weird because I know I sound like I'm being kind of biased, but bro, it's
You a hater.
some of this shit is kind of easy for us, bro. It's easy to see. Some of these shows were just authentic. Like Cita's World, bro, regardless of if you like it or not, that was creative. It was different. Let's get a computer animated character to commentate and show videos. No one was doing that at the time. You got to give respect where it's due. Even with TRL and 106 in Park, bro, like,
TRL was dope. My older brother used to watch that all the time. Carson Daly.
bro, waking up in the morning, bro, that literally in high school, even middle school, waking up in the morning when mom say, get up, turn the TV on,
And music videos and
MTV,
stuff.
yep, in the morning while I'm getting dressed. That was a thing for me. Watching music videos while I'm getting dressed.
I used to do that in middle school for sure.
Or if I couldn't sleep, I wake up at 4 or 5 in the morning. What's on MTV? Music videos.
Yeah, that's how I used to find out about a lot of songs that weren't rap that I used to like.
And bro, MTV actually has some of the best TV shows. That's another conversation we can get into in the next pod.
Yeah, but I mean, they transitioned away from their core competency, which was music. And it was like, yo, like
No, but bro, even then, the shows that they had,
that
that was
turned into Teen Mom, bro. By the time we got through with high school,
no, bro. There was a lot of shows that was not related to music, dog. That was good.
that's
on
why
MTV.
it's like, why is it on? Why are y'all calling yourselves MTV stuff? None of your programming is tied to music anymore.
I mean, that makes sense. I get you on that, but the shows that were on though,
I
even
don't
when
want
they
to watch Teen Mom. This shit shouldn't be on music.
But you watch Punk'd.
Yeah, because
and you watched Your Mama.
Punk'd had a bunch of pop culture icons throughout the TV
Your Mama
show.
didn't. Silent Library
I'm not talking
didn't. Those
about
were good
shows. I'm
shows.
talking about Punk specifically though. That one was still relevant to music.
I feel you. It's still relevant to the culture. But I'm just making a
It's
point.
almost damn near at least once an episode they would have somebody that was a musician getting punked.
I mean, yeah, you're right. But it's still a TV. It's still like they had good TV though. Is all I'm saying.
Yeah,
They had good TV shows.
MTV was good up until maybe 09.
Yeah, that Teen Mom shit was
And then it went downhill.
terrible. The Real World was good too forever. I grew up on the Real World because
I used to
my
watch
aunt.
that.
My aunt was older, obviously, than me, and she grew up. I was a kid when she was watching me. She's watching the Real World, and I just grew up watching the Real World because she watching it, and like
The last Real World season I think I watched was the one where they
That's
were
Louisiana.
New Orleans.
that was the last one I watched.
Yeah.
I watched all of them up until then. I
Yeah.
never watched the Real World's challenge and shit. I wasn't into those. I just watched the Real World.
But yeah, I guess we're gonna hop into the jam sesh for you guys. Got some music we wanna play for you guys.
Before we get started, be
What's up?
sure to check out the playlist too, y'all. We got a playlist we built for everybody. The Ern's World podcast playlist. And yeah, so everything that we share, even some things that are not even on here actually will be on the playlist. Some things we can't actually share on the pod. So check
a
that
prime
out.
example of that would be last episode. We mentioned some ASAP Ferg tracks from back in the day that we thought were pretty dope. Still, the age actually aged pretty well. So we threw those in there because we mentioned them. But typically, any type of music that we actually feature within the podcast will be in the playlist. Now, I said initially that we were going to go track for track up until 3 tracks each, but honestly, the way this is working, I'm honestly just gonna curate the playlist to kind of go based on how the energy presents itself within the song. So this first track is called On Ice, and it's by this artist named Beacon, and it was Diff's pick. So we're gonna get into this real quick.
And I want to share. I always got to share where I got it from. The homie Jeffrey Z put me on this track, always sending me music, always shooting that shit to me. So shouts out to my bro for putting me on this track.
Shout out to Jeff. But yeah, we're gonna hop into this track. It's called On Ice, and it's by Beacon.
Same
Hey, shout out to Beacon.
Yep. That was On Ice by Beacon. This next track, it's also a pick by Diff. It's called Safe Keeps, and it's by Boldy, James, and Cuns.
227.
It's featuring Lord Apex.
2 through 3 in my waist length. I keep it for safe keeps. This rifle ain't tea.
No, we do not always listen to ignorant shit.
Been drinking, I can't sleep. Can't
Never.
even think straight. I guess the price of tea ain't cheap. Street fighter, no Zangief. Reaching heights they can't peak. See me like you can't speak. The pack many feet. Still in this shit waist deep. They label me gang chief. Can't beef with none of these lames, cause these niggas
This is
ain't
our Boldy's
street.
newest project,
These
right?
niggas talking out of turn to end up bossing dumb. Nigga, that jewelry, only thing y'all niggas walking dumb. These niggas got some more than little old church ladies. Easy be whipping in his sleep, that nigga stir crazy. Chrome barrel split his
Name of
white
the
meat
project
down
is
to
called
the
Be
bone
That
marrow.
As It
Bully
May.
boy quick to bullseye you with this bow and arrow. Rose pedal from the soil. That concrete made me him 130 a pop and turn your block
Boldy's
into
from
an
Detroit,
ATM.
correct?
That
Yep.
nigga Bourne be talking
Chuck
tall, he
English's
standing on
cousin.
stilts. Hollow in the XDs, he
Come
don't
on,
get your
bruh.
bro drip. The clip lean
talked
to the
about
side, my fitted on tilt.
I'm not a Boldy fan like that. That's
Breastfeed me,
you.
she fed me goat milk. Me and
Nah,
Uncle
yeah,
Iceberg,
check it.
some real dope boys. Back from down the way,
That's
still
dope, though.
behind the K with Soul Boy, where everything is out the
Nice
ordinary.
little fun fact.
There's only 2 ways out of this
Keep it
shit.
all in the family.
Technically, you already know that. You probably just
2
acting.
to 3 in my waist length. I keep it for safe keeps. This rifle ain't tea. I bleed concrete. I'm in this shit waist deep. Been drinking, I can't sleep.
It's
Can't
still
even
funny to
think
me, though. This-
straight.
I hear
guess the
currency
price
on
of
this so
tea ain't
bad.
cheap. Street fighter, no Zangief. Reaching heights they can't peak. See me like you can't speak. The pack many feet. Still in this shit waist deep. They label me gang chief. Can't beef with none of these lames, cause these niggas ain't street.
British West Side nigga braids nappy with a love for the game. Brazilian bitches call me Pappy. They be yappy, steady talking about another nigga's pocket. Getting dressed for like a video. Got options to the rockin', should be seated too. Rolls up all the actions just so I can get the Phoenix view. Told my driver take the
Still
left
from
so
UK?
I can peep the scenic route. While she see what semen do.
Still from UK?
You, I mean
I
it,
think
boo.
so.
Lying, I'm just lost and selling dreams is what my demon do. Scripted kinda mystic. When the O's is low, he hit my line. Single on my camo shorts and rubber kush. You can ask around about crazy moves a nigga done in bush. Remember days when we got back to the crib and there wasn't nothing cooked. I ain't stressed my mama, gave her cash and whipped the ramen up. Crazy situations I can't speak on made me harden up. Apex peeped the game from he was young cause he was smart enough. Always had the Percy Miller mindset though he started rough. London to Detroit, nigga fuck me, bro. Fuck me. Lord Apex, man.
This next track is called No One. It's my pick. And it's by Premo Rice and it's featuring Larry June. It's a nice little bop. Trying to let the energy of these tracks progressively go up as we go through, you know, track list.
I'm thugging on the first and the fifth. Low key swerves, niggas banging in the maintain. I be taking a risk, striving. Ain't no time for caking a bitch. But if she got something, then we can talk. Cool little 5-piece telly, I bought straight moving. Ain't no time for taking a loss. Nah, eyes on the prize, bitch, making it walk. Alright, I need $1 million in cash, fast. Breaking a hole until she get up the glass. I know this red bitch, push a nice C-class, but she can have more in the right P hands. Alright, left side nigga, that's what my G stands. It's for the Crips. Free my nigga Biddy the 6. I had to step it up, put some chrome on the whip. This real grown man B.I. I'm stacking my grip, yeah.
It's a real motherfucking pimp shit, you know what I'm saying, bitch? Yeah. And bitch, when you leave, don't come back either, ho.
Bitch, when you leave, don't come back.
Check. Dipping. Whole lot of ism. I talk that
Whole lot of ism.
Niggas that's with it. I'm doing my thing. Put the bitch in position. Racking, stacking. Bitch, we gotta get it. Bitch, we on a mission. Bitch, you gotta listen. It's mandatory. So no catting with it. She's dancing for it. And bringing back tickets. A rack a day. Not bad, but let's triple it. Back to the motherfucking city. Had to jump fresh. She hit 4 dubs. So I'm sliding up Van Ness. I met the bitch at the marina. After that, poured up on Sabrina. What's happening? Don't check me, nigga. Check the hoe. She made her OnlyFans cause the time was slow. Then we found out that shit be hidden.
Then we found like that. We found out that shit be hitting.
Yeah. Premo Rice. Larry June. Numbers, nigga. And bitch, don't check me, bitch. Check your motherfucking tire pressure. You know what I'm saying? Something slight. Numbers.
This next track, y'all really gonna rock with. If you played video games back in the day, it's got the GTA San Andreas sample. It's lit.
Hey.
The song is called Traffic, and it's by 10K Duncan.
I think I put you on the straight, didn't I?
You did. You did. Because I mentioned this guy. I was like, yo, you heard this guy? He was like, yeah, he got this one track where he sampled like the GTA song, and you sent it to me, and I was like, oh, this is hard.
I think this double cup against me, you keep trying to put me down. Is you with me or against me? I just need to know right now. We gon' pull up on a fuck.
I attempted to put you on, but you put me on. Crazy how that works out sometimes.
Right. Fast, I ain't even do the dash yet. New money on the SOS, we count that fast.
Can't put somebody on, it's already been put on.
Step on shit until my last breath. I'm probably in some foreign when you see me in trash. The bitch that I'm with probably foreign, no, she ain't average. My young niggas walking around with automatic. When you stay down, money come, it's automatic. On the way to the top, lot of fuck shit gon' happen. I can't tell no lie, look me in my eye. I stay in my lane, that girl stay on my side. You know I'm with the winning team, you done lost your mind.
I feel like that.
With that thing, like what you
talking
about.
IG?
Coming up, my mama always told me watch who you be around. That's why my circle's small right now. And with you, gotta move around. Shoot that shit up, shut the party down. She used to like me, but she love me. She said her favorite song still love the same. Going up, it ain't no coming down. I think this double cup against me, you keep trying to put me down. Is you with me or against me? I just need to know right now. We gon' pull up on a fuck nigga and roll the windows down. I'm with some shooters out of town. Shoot at that boy fly out of town. Yeah, she said my car fast, I ain't even do the dash yet. New money on the SOS, we count that fast check. Sinking some stack and start step on shit until my last breath. I'm probably in some foreign when you see me in trash kick.
Was a well done sample.
I agree. This next track, again, like I said, shout out to the homie McKonnen. Also shout out to the homie Jason for inviting us to the listening party last night.
Mm-hmm.
But this song is off of his album, and it's called, I think it's the first track on his album actually, it's called Shitting Me. Here we go. Hear it way better now.
Baby, pulled up in that two-seater crazy. Got the mashed potatoes, it's a drip of gravy. I'm getting too lazy. I'm all at the house. I'll tear down the wall. I'm out here on my red. I like, hold up. You shitting me, baby. You shitting me, cuz. You shitting me, baby. You shitting me, cuz. You talking too much. You doing the fuss. You cry like a bitch. So I'm like, hold up, you shitting me, baby. You shitting me, cuz. You shitting me, baby. Shitting me. You shitting me. You shitting me. You shitting me. You shitting me. Are you shitting me? Ugly motherfucker, you kidding me? You thought I was feeling you? Bitch, you offended me? I'm too pretty. I'm too beautiful. We can never be friends, nah, cause you a groupie hoe. Ay, and I'm still him. Plug call looking for a bag or two. Ay, riding big rims. Things shine looking like a snack or two. Ay, and I keep flying like a motherfucking got them dragon tooth. Ay, so tell me what you mad for. You dressing like a motherfucking down low. Bitch, is you shitting me, baby? Are you shitting me, cuz? You smell like a shitty little baby. Get rid of me, cuz. Got the Pampers on sticky, and I'm counting big cash. Nigga slid on your block, and then wipe my ass. You shitting me, baby. You shitting me, cuz. You shitting me, baby. You shitting me, cuz. You talking too much. You doing the fuss. You cry like a bitch. So I'm like, you shitting me, baby. You shitting me, cuz. You shitting me, baby. Shitting me. You 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 shitting me, baby. You shitting me, huh? You shitting me. You talking too much. You doing the fuck. shitting me, baby. You shitting me, cuz. You talking too much. You should be with us. Shitting me. Shitting me. Shitting me. Shitting me.
That was Shitting Me by Makonnen. This next track, it's a pretty dope track. It's by an artist I think we featured on the last maybe episode, but it's called 100 Clip, and it's by Sharc and Bourne. You know we love some Bourne down here.
This is 47 meters down.
47 meters down.
One Sharc.
Only one. It's only one. Hey, we don't always do, but when we do,
we do.
It's quality. Shit. Dick print.
I'm in Atlanta with the Wraith with the Remington. Had my way with her face.
She got good spits.
Yeah, selling dummy bricks. I dress them up like businessmen. Yeah, booty Fendi drip. Eggs feel like crunchy chin. Yeah,
she from England.
Glitz from Switzerland. Skirt, we gon' spin again. Ballin', why they interfering? Shark so arrogant. Yeah, see through rash me. Da Vinci jeans bustin'. Grammy killers trippin'. Eyeballs jumping out her skull. Yeah, take a flicky bitch. Flyers in the city mean. Yeah, have these denims free. XO to my skin, my bitch. Scoop them like they Russian cream. Betty by the 5-pack. Angels with the thigh pack. Might been fair guy. Slacks from car fry with a nasty strap. Capping boy, you not that. Clap 'em where the cameras at. Still serve with them sandwich bags. All pick 50s, 20 racks. Yeah, yeah. Foreign shit. Yeah, she gon' rub a clip. Why you frontin' kid? You never had 100 clip. Dirty finder.
Get that muddy shit.
Yeah, man, we appreciate y'all coming through, kicking it with us. Per usual, like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, share with your friends. And also, don't forget to click through the links in the description.
Yeah, she from England. Glitz from Switzerland. Skirt, we gon' spin again. Ballin', why they interfering? Shark so arrogant. Yeah, see through rash me.
See, now it's making me want to hear this track.
I
next
know,
next
right?
track followed up.
Hey, let this ride. Let this close out. Can you let this play?
Or
you
can't?
Next
track?
No. What's the next? Is it the Sharc?
It's yeah, but it's not. It's on the playlist, so it's not.
It's not in the playlist.
No, the next track's not.
Oh no! Don't let it. Don't let it.
Yeah.
Well, I was gonna say, let that shit, cause that shit go. No, my bad. My name on T job. My bad.
All right, y'all. It's been real. We can maybe add that next track to the next joint. But yeah, and I'll make sure I adjust it to the point where if it is in the playlist, it runs from that track into the next one. But
I appreciate y'all rocking with us, man.
We appreciate y'all coming through and kicking it with us per usual. It's been real. We out.